Okay, so if you expect the presentation about the data, I will surprise you because that will be a little bit the story of the last year of Techland connected to data. Probably most of you know that there was a big change in our company and how it affects to me and my colleagues from data team. Okay, little introduce for myself. I'm not a player, I'm a quantum chemist, and I land here in game dev. That's why I will tell you what I didn't expect here and what we shouldn't do if we want to provide some marketing, some new features to game, based on data. Okay, we will go through some topics like data sources, so sources of truth, common data problems, how to make the decision from side of technical side and some operational side, and some simple thing about changes in infrastructure, and then example from my life in Techland. So let's start. Okay, as you hear before, we can't provide anything based only on one source, because you have a player which go through main path in your game, and there is nothing interested now for him. But you want to back that one. So you should understand what he like to do, but not only. You have to tell him, so you need a good marketing. You need also the information about the monetization, because that's why we want to come back for the players, yes? Always, it's going for money, not for players, you know. And also, we have some external sources, sales data. So we have to collect all that things in one place. Not collecting that in many clouds, some private servers. Everything should be in one place. Probably you know why, because we are going to AI era and we have to give that AI all the informations, not only a part data about the player. Okay. That was a simple introduction to what we should collect, but what else we have? We have many problems like data overload, so it's normal in game. You create some event and you have a spam of that event. You have to understand if you need to collect the distance which was done by player in every second or every minute, or position in every second, is that needed or not? So you should understand what you want to collect. Then data integration. Also, the most important thing is data quality. Because if our data will not good, we will not have a good insight. And the last one, real-time analysis. In telemetry, probably that is not needed for the normal game, not the online game. But if you have some social media, some web analytics, you should collect the data in the real time. Okay. Let's start with that story of Techland. It was something like this. Before we start with Tencent, People was asking some questions, going to our analytical people. They provide some ad hoc analysis and create a big mess of data. But someone decided to tell that it's not a good way. Then it was going up to C-level, designers, etc. They've decided to change the approach. Okay, I'm starting work in Techland and then starting with some questions. Because the most important is to understand what we need to know before we will starting with changes of infrastructure. So going to all the people in company, asking the question, what you want to see, what you need. Based on that, you can understand what the data you should collect, what the events you should provide to game. Also, I saw the problem which was connected to bad data and data quality checks. We've seen some events which are not used any time, so we have to clear that. And after clearing not needed things, we have to understand if we have good values that is collected, or maybe we miss some data, we have some data losing. So this is not only on one stage, but first stage is a player, because he sent the data to us. Then we collect that on some server and move that to the place where other people provide analytics. So there is many stages to understand if we have a good data and we collect all the data. Okay, and then how to start to build a new infrastructure without the mess. First, we should understand company needs. So that was with what I start to asking the questions to all the producers, designers, C-level, also our friends from Tencent. And then we have to understand the source of that data. After that, we have to choose if we need a streaming or batch is enough for us. Then we have many solutions in cloud. Like you can use data flow, you can use Dataprog, you can use some another things to transform your data, to collect your data. You should benchmark that things. Don't use existing solutions, because probably that won't be the best way. Probably you should check every source with custom solution, then benchmark based on how the infrastructure you will use, how to set up virtual machines, etc., to be sure that it's cost effective and is good for your data. Sorry for a second. And the last thing is deployed, provide to production, and start analytics on that. Okay. What is our approach? First of all, we choose the BigQuery to collect all the data. You know why? Because we can have here every type of data. It's not depends on the if that is JSON or if that is I don't know, string, whatever you want, from web, from telemetry. Vertex AI and AI solutions is something what we'd like to do. It's not already existing, but I hope in the next days it will be. Also, connected to that data quality, data catalog is a good choice because you know what you have in tables, where you have that, and you can provide some data quality automatical checks. PubSub for the streaming from social media, and of course, ETL solutions with data flow, data proc, or something another. And one thing which, in my opinion, is the most important, Cloud Composer for orchestration of your processes. To be sure that starting with source and end with, let's say, dashboard, not in other way. Okay. Next thing connected to that mess, which was in which I seen. The best solution is to have the 3 stages of data, starting with bronze one, then silver, and then gold. Bronze is a raw data, so data from sources. It can be a JSON, it can be a table, it can be a whatever you want. Most of that data are not the best to read. The second one is a silver. This is the part for analytical people to provide some analysis, to provide new transformations for dashboards. And the last and the most important is a gold for business use, for stakeholders, for people from marketing. So that part is human readable, and it have to be checked many times if that answer on the questions. Okay, some introduction was done. So let's go to the real example. First of all, organization stage. Organization stage. I will tell something about it, but once again, it was starting with understanding of C-level, understanding of designers. Next thing was that these people don't trust to data. So that was the biggest adventure, to show them that they can provide new things, new features, based on analysis, based on data. So if you want to change approach of the company to data-driven, that will be the biggest advantage, to show other people that everything what they seen is good and not a mess, and they can go with their creative, but not like before, but based on what they seen, what their players like. Okay. And another thing, security of data. Probably all people, all companies collect personal data, so it should be allowed to see only for a small group of people, not for the analytical people. Anyone shouldn't see your email address, name, surname. Also, as I know, there is a little bit problem to provide AI solutions with personal data. So we shouldn't show to AI personal data, and we should provide some IDs based on which we will understand who is that after the AI solution. Will give us some insights. Okay, that was the stage with people. So maybe some technical. This part is much more interested for me. So okay, what we've done for now, we collect all the data in one place. We orchestrate our jobs with Airflow or Cloud Composer, as it is called in GCP. We collect telemetry, we collect marketing and other sources. And based on that, we provide some simple things to show another people if they should go with data. First of all, campaigns are provided now for what users like, based on some reviews, based on what users done in game. We provide new items and also new mode, because in DL1 they've always have told that the night mode is too hard, but when it won't appear in DL2, people told that it's too simple. So in last months they have a new nightmare mode. And after that changes, people in company seen that, okay, data make sense. The biggest thing which was done based on data was last time discount on DL1. As you can see, that was time and how big that discount should be was calculated based on data. As you can see here, what is the change of players from 5,000 to 40,000? Yeah, that's why I'd like to show you what was done in our company, but the last one thing which is connected to complicated data structure. This is something which is really interested for me, because I'm starting with really nested JSONs. You can imagine like 5 times up to 7 times, and how to provide that data into BigQuery. That was taking long time, for sure. Okay, my first approach was to change the infrastructure which we have. But in time of that changes, I've done one more thing. I'm starting to work with another teams. And that was the best idea, because after that step, they've told me, okay, Ola, you shouldn't work with that nested. We can change something. And this is the main point for the company, for working with data. You are not the one in the company. You should understand what is done in game, what is done on a server, how you can change it from start to end. So yeah, that was the story of last year of Techland.